Maybe. We'll see. It's fine. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about like body image, my current physique that you just saw, and kind of what I do to achieve that, my goals, my workout split, do I do cardio, all of those really fun things. I get asked like a lot of these questions all the time, like how much cardio do you do, or like how many days a week do you go to the gym, like what do you work out when you go to the gym, like what do you do? And instead of, I guess, answering those questions over and over again, because as much as I try not to, I can get frustrated sometimes, I figure it might be helpful to like have it here. Just be like, hey, go to my YouTube channel. Oh god, I hate myself. Okay, so, oh, what day is it? I forgot to say that. It is Saturday, the 25th of March at 4 o'clock p.m. And that means that I'm actually getting pretty close to my next travel adventure. I'm going to San Diego, California next month, April 11th, I believe, that I leave with one of my professors and one of my other friends. We conducted research with our professor last semester, and so mine is on social media and self-image, and I will be traveling to the Popular Culture Association conference in San Diego to present that research, and then hopefully like exploring a little bit too. Ordered a selfie stick for my like fake GoPros. It's gonna be good. But anyways, I guess let's get into it. So you just saw my physique update, and I'm actually like a lot happier watching that video back than I thought I would be. I've been feeling kind of gross like after spring break and just with all of the stress of this semester. I definitely haven't been eating right. I've been in this slump lately where I haven't felt like my workouts are as good as they could be. I've been really trying to give it my all, but I've been really struggling with activation of some muscle groups, and like for example, I haven't been able to get like my glute sore or my quad sore in so long, and it's like I am doing things differently, obviously, because you have to switch up your training every now and again, but things that typically make me really sore, like I'm increasing the weight and focusing on everything I could possibly think of focusing on, and I still just like can't get sore. And it's hard to have that happen and know that like I'm still making progress, and I do know that, but sometimes I like get in my own head. So I am just hoping that I can kind of like get my shit together. So as much as I don't like rely on the scale ever, I don't think that that's a healthy way to like measure your progress. I would like to just start being a little more mindful with the things that I eat and just trying to get that focus back. So, and I mean like if I like look a little bit tighter for San Diego, I won't be mad about it. So hopefully that's the case. If not, not super upset. But today is like day one of my mini cut. And I use that word, or those words, very loosely because I'm not doing anything drastic. I have previously tracked my macros and followed flexible dieting. However, even that, I tend to get kind of obsessive with the numbers, and so for that reason and just the things that I've gone through in the past, which I'll talk about in another video, I don't think that I will personally ever track again. But I do know, at least to a degree, like what my body needs, and I do have a pretty solid idea because I did track for so long of what food is made of and what I need to consume in order to meet those numbers and those goals. So I'm going to be like loosely tracking like here and there, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so the word that I'd like to use is just being more mindful. And so anyways, right now my workout split, I always go to the gym 6 days a week and sometimes 7, but I know that it's important to take one rest day at least. So I've been sticking pretty religiously to 6, and I have notes so I don't forget to talk about anything. So let's see. Okay, so Mondays I typically work my arms and my shoulders, and if I have time I do abs, but I am not nearly as good about doing abs as I should be. I work them maybe like once or twice a month. They're not my favorite. It's like cardio. I hate abs and cardio so much with a passion, but I do my best, and so typically if I have time on Mondays, it's arms, shoulders, and abs. I just do like 2 or 3 abs exercises that I know work for me. Like, I don't get super creative. I should probably switch it up. leave comments below if you have any great ab exercises that I should try and maybe won't hate. That would be cool. And then Tuesdays I typically do quads and calves. Wednesdays I move back to upper body and I do back and buys. Thursdays would be hamstrings and glutes. I was going to say hams, but I'll elaborate. Hamstrings and glutes. And then the next day, chest and triceps. And then my last workout of the week, I typically do like an overall leg day and hit whatever I feel that I haven't hit as hard that week. Saturday is almost always my heaviest lift of the week, so I like to hit squats and really like test myself. It's kind of more my like powerlifting day. I don't follow strictly powerlifting planning. I don't follow strictly bodybuilding planning. I kind of do my own thing. Okay, well I clearly need a new memory card because my camera just stopped recording halfway through that and I had no idea. I gotta do it again. But yeah, so I don't follow strictly powerlifting or strictly bodybuilding programming because I'm not training to compete. I am training for overall strength and at the same time overall physique. It's really like kind of a hybrid where I definitely like being strong, but I definitely also have a way that I like to look. And so I train the way that's best for me, which is kind of like combining the two. So I guess the easiest way to describe it would be like power building. I am sorry, that's probably gonna keep happening. But anyways, so yeah, Saturdays are typically my heaviest day and I will hit legs, Saturdays or Sunday, depending on which day I take off and which I decide to go. So I typically squat and then do some accessory leg movements depending on what I feel I haven't hit hard enough that week. And then the important thing, so my cardio rant. I don't do cardio. I'll do maybe 10 minutes walking on a treadmill at like 2.5 on an incline, like nothing serious because I hate it. I used to be a runner. All throughout high school I ran track and I hated every second of it and everyone was always like, why don't you quit? And I don't quit things. So it was just like one of those things that became a habit and I kept doing it even though I didn't like it. And yeah, so that kind of like, I just don't like anything about cardio. Like it's important to do to keep your heart healthy, but I've just never enjoyed it and I avoid it at all costs. Cardio, no, am I right? We're done. I'm not doing that again. Anyways, so I typically just train at a higher intensity level. So I'll do supersets and I'll make sure that I'm keeping my heart rate up. And by doing that, I don't really have to go and walk or even run on a treadmill much at all. Like I said, sometimes I'll do like 10 minutes walking to warm up or cool down, but I never do more than like, let's say a half an hour a week. So it's not like the days where I used to go in the gym and literally run for an hour or like slave on the Stairmaster for an hour and just worry about like how many calories I'm burning. Like that's not any way to live and that's definitely not how I am. And I think that's a common misconception too. People always ask me, how much cardio do you do? Like, oh, you don't do cardio? You just lift? Like, how do you look like that? And something that I had to learn is cardio is just going to make you a smaller version of yourself. If you're going to the gym because you're unhappy with your body, first of all, that's the wrong reason to be going. You need to be going because you love your body, and as much as it's great to see changes, like for me personally, the gym is much more mental than it is physical. It makes me happy. I am like a very anxious person. I struggle with anxiety. And so it's one of the ways that I can keep that in check and really like enjoy myself. But second of all, if you're going to the gym just to make those changes, cardio is just going to make you smaller, okay? But like let's say you have an insecurity about how something looks on your body, like the way that your body is distributed. That's not going to change by doing cardio. By weight training, by putting on muscle, that's how you're actually going to change your physique. That's how you're going to redistribute where you carry fat. That's how you're going to change your body composition. And I think that's what people don't understand, and that's kind of where the like lifting makes you bulky thing comes in. So don't be afraid of that, and just understand that lifting, you're probably going to see a lot more results than you are with cardio, especially if you've never done it before, because then you're going to make all those baby gains and it's great. But either way, you shouldn't be going to the gym specifically for like aesthetic purposes. You need to go because you love yourself. And that is my rant. So I got really off topic. There's probably things that I forgot because I barely referenced my notes. But let me know if you have any additional questions. If there's anything else you want me to talk about, leave it in the comments below. And otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a like and also subscribe maybe if you learned something new. And I hope that you did. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!